You're listening to All Things Transformers, Episode 20, recorded Saturday, April 18th, 2009. This is All Things Transformers. I'm your host, Steve/Megatron, and joining me as usual is
Mike Blanchard from the TFG1 podcast, and it should be said that this is the 20th episode.
Yes.
This actually outlasted War Stories.
Yes. Or any of my
Yes.
TF Wire appearances.
Yes, congratulations. 20 episodes.
Thanks.
Milestone.
I actually counted. I've been on over 40-some episodes of podcasting.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. So what's going on with you?
Tons of shit to do today.
Yeah.
I took my fiance to work, took the cat to the vet, came home, did a little bit of cleaning, ate, and, of course, recording this podcast. Then I got to go pick up her wedding gift. Then I get to go get a Game Boy, which has to do with me being bored when I'm not home. So I have something to do. And then her brother's coming over, and who knows what else is going on for the rest of the day, but I'm going to be busy the rest of the friggin' weekend.
You guys will probably just sit there playing video games the rest of the day like that. Not like that one Saturday you skimped out on me and I had to do ATTF by myself.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be similar.
As far as what's going on with me, I finally went and got Elite Guard Bumblebee, so I have him now. I've taken pictures and they're up on the forums. I think I transformed him wrong. I don't know. It's just the out of the three, well, obviously Shockwave I haven't transformed because he came in robot mode. But out of the other two, Blur and Bumblebee, their transformations are just for me, just horrible. I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong. I mean, I look at the instruction sheet and I'm like, okay, that looks easy enough. Oh, well, that's not supposed to go that way. That's not, I mean, in the end I get it right. I get everything all straightened out, but I don't know. But I like him. He's really cool. I like the black and gold and yellow better than the original deluxe figure, so that's pretty cool. Do you want to update everybody on all of the new stuff?
Well, I went and purchased, since the last episode of, I think, All Things Transformers, we mentioned it.
Yep.
I purchased GeekCastRadio.com, and so that is online. Currently, I have no site for it. It just redirects to PredaconEmpire.com at this point. But instead of refitting PredaconEmpire.com, because it is a pretty solid layout, I'm thinking I'm just going to go with building Geekcast and getting that online. It will feature several different podcasts, most notably being TFG1, All Things Transformers, although All Things Transformers will be kind of a double site feature, because it's more Predacon Empire.
Yeah.
The Beast Unleashed, which will feature Beast Wars and Beast Machines information, mostly the reviews similar to TFG1.
Yep.
And you have Tooncast with a friend from Twitter.
Yeah, I'm going to be starting up. Actually, we were supposed to record episode 0 last night, but Mark lost his internet. He twittered about it and said he has no internet until today, so we didn't get to record that. But Tooncast will be us basically going back into our childhoods and not really reviewing cartoons, but just having just general discussion about them, like obviously facts from like Wiki and IMDb and stuff like that, and just kind of, not an in-depth review, but just like an overall broad stroke type of deal. And it's basically it's going to be a discussion type podcast. And then we have M-Wire coming July 11th.
Yep.
Yeah, that will. That's going to be all kinds of awesome. I think I still have to nail down details. Obviously, it won't be until it gets a little bit closer, probably 2 weeks before we record. I think we're going to have Steve Snowball Sailor from This Week in Geek on there to record all 3 of our thoughts on the Back to the Future film series. What else?
There's also the Geekcast Radio podcast, which will debut a week after Tooncast. I set those for a little bit later dates because we'll be launching MWire soon, and TFG1's still going with All Things Transformers at this point. But after the movie, All Things Transformers will be phased out until close to the 3rd movie. And I'm going to phase it out in place of Geekcast Radio.
See, I don't think you should just phase it out. I think you should just do Geekcast as separate and just not do ATTF. Just still have it there so the episodes are there.
It'll still be there, but it'll come back.
Okay,
after,
I see.
Because there won't be any news whatsoever, so I'm phasing it out temporarily to bring in Geekcast Radio. And with Geekcast Radio, that'll continue, but ATTF will come back within, I'd say about 6 to 8 months before the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
Or maybe even a year before, because that'll give me a 1.5-year break of ATTF.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless major news comes, I probably won't do an ATTF episode. It'll still be here, but it'll just mostly be on the back burner.
Yeah. See, I thought you meant when you said you're going to phase it. I'm like, wait, what? What the hell's going to happen to all those other episodes?
Oh no, I'm going to keep them.
I was confused there for a minute.
But Geekcast Radio will more so be a general discussion on various geeky things, along with some hopeful interviews, as well as talking about the other podcasts or getting more fan interaction type roundtable episodes.
Yeah.
Because after this point, after I get married, I will have more time to record instead of early morning sessions. I'll probably be able to actually do evening sessions during the week and various other things. It's just time so stretched right now that...
Oh, I know. I completely understand. It's funny. We're going to have to really, really figure out what we want on Geekcast because I don't want to overlap. Obviously, MWire is us reviewing movies. Tooncast will also feature animated movies, so we won't be covering the animated movies on MWire because obviously Tooncast is for cartoons and cartoon movies. So, Geekcast Radio, it's going to be kind of hard to figure out. I mean...
It'll just be whatever we decide to review that week. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how often we're going to release that one, but it's not going to be anything like This Week in Geek, because I don't want to overlap them, and their podcast is epic and awesome. And if you're not listening to it, you should be.
Yes, exactly. You should be listening to This Week in Geek, www.thisweekingeek.net.
It is an awesome podcast.
Yes, you said maybe getting interviews. Speaking of interviews, I did my first ever interview of a celebrity. This past, when did I do that? Thursday? It wasn't yesterday. It was Thursday.
Yes.
I interviewed Stan Bush for episode 16 of the TFG1 podcast, which is the movie roundtable, and oh my god. I had such a hard time. I mean, I had to call Mike half an hour before I was supposed to call Stan because I was like, dude, you need to help me because I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know how to come off to him without going all fanboy. And he's like, you just gotta go at it at a journalistic standpoint and start with questions about himself and then later on down the line you can go into the whole Transformer stuff because obviously it's not like... I mean, I'm sure Stan's answers are going to be the same as what people heard 2 years ago on the Twig interview that he did. But, I mean, my podcast is for Transformers. It's not a general thing. So I was like, okay. And then I figured out a whole bunch of questions to ask him, and it's just all kinds of awesome. He said that he would record some promos for me for the podcast. He just doesn't know when. I did forget to ask him about Guitar Hero. It just slipped my mind. And I did forget to ask him about his new album title. We did discuss the new album that he's working on and going to be coming out with soon. I forgot to ask him what a potential release date was and what the title is, but I did email him asking him that, and he hasn't gotten back to me yet, but he will eventually. But yeah, that was just all kinds of epic awesomeness, and I was like, oh my god. It's like when you go to Wendy's and you get a Frosty and you eat it too fast. It's like brain freeze. So, we are going to be getting into the news. Just a little quick tidbit. Transformers Animated Human Error Part 1 aired this morning. The TFW has a torrent or direct download on their forums. You can go to, I think it's tfw2005.com and look in there. Huh?
Or, well, you can go to tfw.com and click on episodes
yeah.
for TF Animated on the left-hand side. Or you can go to PredaconEmpire.com on the left-hand side. And
yeah, but you haven't put it up yet. But you haven't put it up yet. I was just saying where I got it from.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was saying. So I have Human Error Part 1. I actually watched it on TV this morning, and like I said last time when we recorded about Predacons Rising, the last two episodes seem to me that they're going too fast. It doesn't seem like it's a full 22 minutes. I know it probably is, but I don't know. It just seems like the pacing is all off. It seems like they're like people keep saying that that Animated's probably not coming back because they want to end it for the movie coming out. It seems like they're trying to do that by fast-tracking all the episodes and just not taking the time. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. But, yeah, I don't know. A little bit of forum news. We did finally get another new member. Springer is the newest member to the PredaconEmpire.com forums. Yeah, so... And we're going to, I think, jump directly into G1 News.
Well, actually, I was going to hit the one bit of...
Revenge of the Fallen?
Yeah, the only bit I'm going to discuss this time is the clip that is on the main page of TFW, which I don't have for download yet on our site, but I will.
Cool.
It's from Michael Bay's website. It's exclusive footage of Sam talking to Bumblebee, going to college, and Megan Fox out back stripping, changing into a dress. And then it changes to battle scene with Optimus getting his ass handed to him.
Yep.
With an effect of him spitting out teeth as well, but obviously he doesn't have teeth. But it looks to be like an epic movie.
It also shows Malnus from TFW on Twitter told me that the bot that is talking about saying something about his ass itches or something or else, he said that's Jetfire.
Yeah, I seen him. He has a cane.
Oh, God.
He walks around on a cane. He's like, I'm gonna beat you, little whippersnappers.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so I did watch that. It's getting me excited, but still at the same time, I'm not holding my breath because it's Michael Bay. And fuck Michael Bay.
Well, I gotta say this. If it were anybody else, I don't think they would have been able to launch this line. I do believe that there should be somebody else for the third movie. That I do agree with. But, in terms of the first two, I think Michael Bay was the perfect one to direct them.
As far as that goes, I agree. But when I say fuck Michael Bay, I'm talking about the fact of, and I've mentioned this tons of times before, and as I said last episode, I'm not trying to sound like a broken record. I'm tired of all the false information. I'm tired of all the lies and just, the non-teases, because it's like, even before the leakage happened on the first movie, he was doing false information. So it wasn't because of whoever leaked whatever they leaked or whoever got a hold of whatever they got a hold of for the first movie before he wanted it out there. It wasn't because of that he started doing false information. He did it already previously. So, that's why I say fuck Michael Bay. As far as him doing the movies and getting it looking pretty awesome, that's cool. That's great. But, yeah.
Well, and also to kind of jump a little bit more into the Revenge of the Fallen. He states that the movie will be longer than the previous movie by 4 minutes, making the runtime of the sequel approximately 147 minutes long. And also, he states that the movie trailer, the next new trailer, is coming in theater May 1st with the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie.
Oh, cool.
So that is when the next trailer will be available. You can also, once it becomes available, I will have it for download on PredaconEmpire.com as well, just like the various other ones.
Yes.
So, anyways, let's jump over to G1 News and cut the Revenge of the Fallen short.
Oh, yeah, because G1 has had a lot of news come out in the past 2 weeks. I'm only going to read the most recent article. According to TVShowsOnDVD.com, Transformers, details emerge about complete series set for Transformers. Think Matrix and Joe. I probably won't read the G.I. Joe stuff, because, yeah, it's not as... for me, it's not as epic as Transformers.
Well, I'm going to pick up the G.I. Joe stuff as well, although I don't know what they're going to do for that, but I'm still pumped to get G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I'll probably read it. I don't care. This is posted by David Lambert, who is the news director over at TV Shows on DVD. A week ago today, we passed along a report from industry journal Home Media Magazine revealing publicly for the first time that Shout Factory's plans for both the original Sunbow-produced cartoon series of Transformers and G.I. Joe would include complete series sets. Many fans have been confused, judging by various posts spotted on message boards, thinking that these would come out only after every separate season set for each program was released. After all, that's the traditional way of doing things with TV DVDs.
Oh, yeah.
It is, really. In a nutshell, Shout Factory isn't much on tradition. As we indicated last time, the plan was to put these out around the same time as the first of the season set releases instead of after the last of those. Now a new report from HMM confirms that info. Here's what Shout President Garson Foos, it's F-O-O-S, I'm probably butchering his name, but sorry about that, was said to have told the article's writer. He says, the plan according to Shout Factory, President Garson Foos, is to debut a complete series sets for each show exclusively for sale at San Diego Comic-Con International, running July 23rd to 26, 2009. After that, the sets will be sold online directly to consumers before a wide retail release. The hope is to capitalize on buzz surrounding the new live-action films for each franchise. The article goes on to explain that the robot-based series would be titled the Transformers 25th Anniversary Matrix of Leadership Edition Collector's Set. Holy fuck. Hell yeah. And I say that holy fuck because I've already read the article and I know what it is. And that will come in a package designed to look like the Matrix of Leadership, which was first seen in the 1986 animated theatrical film, then shown again on the television series in the final seasons that came afterward. Shout DVD producer Brian Ward is quoted in the story describing the packaging this way. A really cool box with the Matrix on the cover, which slides apart to reveal a shiny blue foil core, which houses the set's 16 DVDs in plastic digipack trays. The set also will include a collectible booklet. Ward also tells HMM that the Matrix of Leadership Edition set will include exclusive bonus material, consisting of a conversation with Bob Budansky, the Marvel comic book writer who created most of the background mythology for Transformers, and a highly drool-worthy roundtable discussion with 8 original members of the voice cast, including Frank Welker, who voiced Megatron. Okay, I wish more details would come as far as who the other 7 are going to be. Now, no disrespect to Frank, and no disrespect to the character of Megatron, but I'm hoping that Peter Cullen will be in on that discussion. I'm really hoping that will happen.
I would think so, especially with his latest jump back into the Transformers franchise.
Exactly. The article goes on to say, the yet as untitled complete series set for G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero will reportedly come in a Foot Locker package. Ward also answers two often asked fan questions in the HMM story as well. He says that the animated theatrical films for both G.I. Joe and Transformers will not be included on either show's complete series set. He also notes that there are presently no plans for Blu-ray disc releases of either series. Oh, that sucks. Whatever. In the official discussion threads for these releases at Shout Factory's message boards, Ward has explained the reasons why not. No one has successfully found the original broadcast film elements, which means there is nothing to restore and make high def quality. So, excuse me. So while we could do an up-convert to Blu-ray, you're really not getting quality that's any better than standard def DVD. I will say that the interviews, however, are being shot and edited in high def just in case we can ever find those original film elements. Who knows? Maybe one day. Pricing for the two complete series releases was not made available in the Home Media Magazine story, nor any illustrations of the packaging described. Stay tuned, though we will update you as more information arrives. Actually, they did do an update, which as soon as I can catch my breath, I will read that.
Yeah, that was an entire mouthful there, but also very, very awesome information.
I mean, before we started recording, you told me not to read the whole thing, but there's no way for me to paraphrase that because there is so much information in it, and there's so much. The update is small, but it's got another it's got more information in it. So, an update later on Friday. In a previous story, passed along Shout Factory's reasons for not including the Transformers animated movie in their complete season set. The reason for that was Sony Wonder had just released a nice disc of it a couple of years ago, and they didn't want to ask fans to dip a third time, which I do agree with, but I wish they could have maybe got the rights from Sony Wonder to at least include the discs with the set. Obviously, the 20th anniversary DVD is still available. It's not out of print, but most likely, eventually, maybe 10 years down the road, it will be out of print, just like the Rhino sets were. And that isn't in the story, that's just me talking. Now, Brian Ward has explained that Shout message boards why the G.I. Joe animated film isn't included in that show's set. We aren't allowed to release the movie yet. However, there will be a nice spot within the set's packaging just waiting for it. So apparently, they must be in talks somewhere to get the original G.I. Joe animated film.
Now, see, that would be good because that's never been released to DVD.
Yeah.
That's been VHS only. I actually own the VHS to that, and the tape itself is falling apart. I don't know where the hell we got it, but it was probably at some local store for like $5. But I'm glad that they're going to include that with that.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're putting a spot for it in there, so maybe they would release it as separate, or maybe they'll do like you know how some companies will do replacement discs. Obviously, if a disc is messed up, maybe they'll do it that way. But I don't know. I don't know how they would do that though. If they're going to make room in the set for it. Oh no, I see what he's saying. They're probably, even though they haven't gotten it yet, they're still working on it. So even though the set hasn't been released yet, there's still a spot in there for it. So when they do eventually release the G.I. Joe set, they may have the rights for it then. Okay, I get it. I've been confused a lot the last 2 days. I don't know why.
Well, hopefully that it does come out with it because I'd like to have a DVD copy of it. As well as like comments from people in the movie and get a little bit more in-depth information, as well as the scene where Duke actually dies
and then comes back to life.
Yeah, mysteriously. No, he got hit in the heart. Yet he's in a coma.
Yeah, I know.
Only because they couldn't kill him because they killed Prime and screwed that up. People love their damn cartoons, man.
The end of the story goes on to say, Also, and as I said before, this story was posted by Dave Lambert, and the other guy that the webmaster of TV shows on DVD is Gord Lacey. Also, after seeing details in the HMM story regarding the packaging, Gord and I checked in with Ward to bring up concerns over various specialty TV DVDs complete series packages. Over recent years, that were constructed in ways that would not prevent, excuse me, would not prevent the discs from being scratched. For example, we received complaints or seen issues with our own eyes over the years for MacGyver, Charmed, I Love Lucy, Stargate SG-1, and Fraggle Rock, Little House on the Prairie, and the Flintstones, and others. Brian alleviated our fears immediately, stressing again, as he did in the HMM story, that the discs will be stored in digistacks. The outer packaging is an extremely heavy-duty cardboard. Additionally, here are a couple of quotes by Ward posted at the Shout message board. One is from the Transformers discussion and the other from the G.I. Joe discussion. He posted these following the response to us and explains the safety of the DVDs in even more detail. And says, and finally, a word about the Matrix of Leadership packaging. Make no mistake, we've not steered you toward a package that will harm your discs. We've not actually constructed a replica of the Matrix itself. The Matrix itself. Your discs will be safe and sound. So basically what he's saying is there's going to be really heavy-duty stuff holding the discs. It's not going to be like where they'll get scratched. And if anyone owns the complete series set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, those seasons are packaged in digistacks. Imagine a cardboard book with pages made of hard plastic. So, yeah, that's the G1 news, and, yeah, you need to talk, Steve, because I'm about to lose my voice.
Hey, it's alright, man. But, yeah, I'm definitely picking up. I'm just going to say screw the Season 1 by itself. I'm just going to get the entire series in that box set, because, one, probably save a little bit of money, but two, there's so much extra stuff. And if I'm going to store it, I'd rather just have one big box. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get G.I. Joe when they come out. Those are the two I'm gonna drop the big bucks on, and then other than that, I'm probably gonna wait for the G.I. Joe and Transformers 2 movies to come on DVD, and then I'm gonna buy those too.
Yeah, I just can't wait for this, because probably most likely what will happen is once that set comes out, I will have to do an episode 26 of TFG1 doing a review of the set itself, not actually going back and reviewing all the cartoons again, but just a discussion on the set itself, because that's going to be epic.
Well, it'll probably be like I'll join in on that because I'll own it too.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be probably like a 2-hour episode of just reviewing like the special features, and they said it's remastered along with color correction, so hopefully they fix all those scenes where it's Starscream talking like Skywarp or Thundercracker and
looking like Starscream. Yeah,
that was ridiculous, but hopefully they fix all that.
Yeah, and it also should be noted that in a previous article that TV Shows on DVD did, that I did post under the G1 Gets a New DVD Set thread on Predacon Empire, that none of the Rhino special features will be on any of the Shout Factory sets. It's going to be all new stuff, which I think kind of sucks. I mean, obviously, unless they get another interview with David Wise because David Wise has an interview on the Season 4 Rebirth DVD. Unless they get another interview with him, I think that's going to suck, because I think that even though there aren't a lot of great special features on the Rhino sets, there is some good content there. But, Shout Factory, they can do whatever they want to do, and hey, they're going after an 8 original cast member roundtable. That's fucking awesome. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I can imagine who it'll probably be. It'll probably be along with the guy that plays Bumblebee. It'll probably be Welker. Obviously Welker, but it'll probably be Cullen. It'll probably be maybe Grimlock. Some of the remaining ones.
I can see.
It would have been epic to have Lada in there, but obviously he's passed away.
Yeah,
sadly.
Yeah. And the same thing with Scatman Carruthers, who played
those
Jazz.
were two epic voices in animation.
Oh yes, I can see Cullen and Welker are no brainers. Susan Blue, who
Yeah.
played RC. Dan Galveston is the guy that played Bumblebee. I could see him in that.
The guy who played Cliff Jumper is still alive and around.
Casey Kasem.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know though.
I don't know if he'll join in though, because I
mean,
know he had a falling out.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we can speculate, but Casey really had a falling out with them. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard him talk about his role, whether it was just the movie part or the actual show part. I don't think I've ever heard him say anything about Transformers.
Well, his character didn't even die in the movie.
No, I know.
And yet, he never was seen again.
No. Actually, it's funny. I probably already. I don't know if it's in a season 3 episode or if it was already in season. I think it's in season 3. There's an episode I took a picture of because I took a screenshot because I was like, "Holy shit, it's Braun." I don't remember which episode it is. I'd have to go back and watch them. Of course, I'll have to go back and watch them
What
anyway.
should be the episode in Rebirth where they've got everybody standing there cheering?
No, it's not, because I haven't even gotten to watch Rebirth yet. I've been watching season 3. I haven't even done Rebirth. If I watch Rebirth at this point, it's basically to watch it. It's not to
Review.
it's not to review yet. So, but yeah, I mean, it clearly is Braun's character model. So yeah. But, yeah, I think that's all for the news. Wow, Twitter is just taking off. There are too many TFA role-playing accounts, though. Oh,
yeah,
my God.
I mean, I got them all added to my account, too, but that's just for the hell of it.
I don't have them all. I have some of them. I think I might take some of them off, because I'm just not... I don't know. I'm just not that interested at this point.
I just have them on there, but that's in case they spoil news about something that comes out.
It's actually funny. I actually got Derek J. Wyatt to get into the Follow Friday thing.
That's funny.
He's like, what is this Follow Friday thing? And I sent him a message, and I said, yeah, it's just a way to advertise your people that you follow that other people may not follow. So, yeah.
But, yeah, I guess that wraps it up for this episode.
Yes.
We'll probably release intro episodes, like basically episode zeros, to Tooncast and MWire pretty soon.
Yes.
Just so that I can get the RSS set up and all the little accounts.
Yeah. As soon as I can get a hold of Mark again, I can kind of call him and see what time frame he's got to. Hopefully, he's got his internet back, because that's why we didn't record last night. He lost his internet connection, so that sucks. But yeah, hopefully we can get that recorded. And then Monday we're gonna record TFG 115, which will be the season 2 recap. The TFG 1 Goes Twig interview is out. TFG 1 episode 13, which has extremely bad audio on my part, is out. I should also note, in the Stan Bush interview, for some odd reason, because I had to call him at his home through Skype, it was the only way I could get to record his voice. For some odd reason, my audio kept going in and out. I don't think it was the microphone. I think it was
Skype.
Yeah, I think it was Skype, because you can kind of hear me echoing in like a background type of deal thing. So I'm sorry for that in advance. Also, would you mind explaining, just so people know, and this is the last time I'll ask you to do this, explain what you do as far as the episodes for RSS, because lately we've had a lot of complaints. Why isn't the episode up? Where is it? What's going on? I can't download. I appreciate, we do appreciate that, but yeah.
Okay. This is what happens, and I'll explain it again on Monday with TFG1 with our intros.
Okay.
Just so that in case people don't listen to both shows, they can get the information.
Yep.
What I do is because usually the day before, I'll do, or even like 2 days before, I'll do the RSS setup for the Friday release of the episode. And in doing so, obviously you can't download it, but it shows an error and says, can't download it. That's because I haven't uploaded the episode yet, because either A, I haven't edited yet, or I haven't uploaded, or whatnot. But once I upload the episode, I don't have to worry about the RSS setup. I just throw the episode online, and everybody's iTunes or podcatcher will automatically download the file.
Yes. I would like to thank Michael Wilson of michaelandchrissy.com, who is Pecan Court Michael on Twitter. He was my guest host for episode 14, which will air this Friday. Actually, it's funny. When you were recording your little intro for episode 20, I almost interrupted you because what he did on 14, because I normally, when I do my intros, I say the release date that it was recorded. I don't say the actual date that I'm recording. And he's like, wait, what? Today's not the 24th, so it's really funny. I'm sure you've listened to, I don't know if you've listened to it yet or not.
I haven't had time yet.
It's hilarious. And he said, what, do we have to go back and stuff? I said, nah, hell, just leave it like that. It's funny. So, yeah.
I guess that wraps this episode up. I gotta get on moving. I'm on such a strict friggin' schedule today that it sucks. No, it's not even, like, whipped or nothing. I just got so much shit to take care of today. She ain't even home. This stuff she don't even know about. Like, this stuff that I gotta do.
Yep. Yeah. Alright, well, I think like Steve said, we're going to end this up. We are still arguing over if we're going to add call numbers to GCRN. We argued about that on Skype the other day, so... Yeah,
that was like a 20-minute type-a-thon.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can figure it out for Geekcast Radio Network or GCRN, like I was trying to do like 101.1 or something like that, just something retarded, but, like, I don't know. It'd be cool, but not, I don't know.
201.1.
If you've got an idea, send it to either podcast@PredaconEmpire.com or
tfg1podcast@gmail.com.
And let us know what you think. And also, if you have an idea for a podcast show that you'd like to have, go ahead and send it to either email and let us both know, and let us know that you're interested in it. And if you want, we can join in, or if you want to interview us or whatnot.
Yes.
Or guest host.
Yeah, guest host. As far as people submitting podcasts, the only thing that I ask is that you use a USB headset with a noise-canceling microphone, and you use some sort of decent audio recording software. We use Audacity.
It is free.
Yes, it is free. It is free. You also must, if you're going to use Audacity, if you're a PC user, you must download the lame MP3 encoder. On Audacity's website, it does have that. I don't have Audacity's website offhand. You can just search for
it's
it in Google, and it should come up.
soundforge.net/Audacity.
Okay, well there you go.
I will also post up, like, on the Geekcast Radio Network site, a link to download all of the associated files. That way, it'll be easier.
If you're a Mac user,
then I don't know what to use.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Talk to Steve Snowball Sailor and Mike the Birdman Dodd for those. Actually, it's funny. I was watching Steve doing a live Ustream on audio editing, and it seems to me that Mac users have a much better audio editing stuff, like with GarageBand and all that stuff. And we just had a fun old time for a couple hours the other night doing that. Because what Ustream does is it allows you to see Steve in his little room and talking and whatever else, and you can chat with him. It's kind of like a video chat, but he doesn't see you. You see him. And it was really, really cool. I actually asked him about microphones, because they use microphones, and obviously we don't. We use headsets. And he said that, if you want to use a microphone, you can. It just has to be like a directional mic, basically. So, like, if I have my mic and a mic stand, he said, and it's right in front of me, as long as my mouth isn't too close to it, obviously it's going to sound great, but there won't be any sounds coming from either side because it'll be focused on your voice that's straight on it. So, yeah, that was pretty cool info. It was a fun time. Thanks a lot, Steve, for that. So, yeah, I think we're going to close this out because wedding boy over there has to hitch up his trailer and go on his honeymoon.
Oh, not yet. That's the end of May, but
Well,
I got stuff to do today. So.
It's coming close.
Oh, I know. Month away.
Yes. So.
But, all right, this is Steve/Megatron signing off as usual.
Yep, and this is Mike from TFG1. See you guys later.